I'm Dirk Zagers, and I've been training the Auction Collection 2022 now for about 8 months. And next to me sits a man that has produced this whole collection. Now, Henning, you've saw them from when they were a foal, from when they came from Summerhill to Capital Stud. How do you see this evolution?
As a breeder, you have an aim. What you want to produce is an amateur horse. Amateur horse being a horse that can jump a 5-star, 1.60 m class, and that any amateur can ride.
Yeah, but you had the ultimate amateur horse, and that was Colnado. Okay, this is a role model.
Colnado was the ultimate amateur horse. And Axel Filloy said to me, look, I can sell as many Colnados as you can give me because that is exactly what everybody wants.
Amateur horses, for me, first of all, they need to have scope. They have to be rideable. Blood, yes, but not too much. Careful, yes, but not too careful.
Yeah.
But most of all, riding must be fun. In this collection, we have like 15 rendements.
Now, Rendement is a big horse, but he has got blood on his dam side from Zeus. And I thought that if I incorporate Rendement into my breeding, that'll give me the scope, that'll give me the rideability in terms of temperament. And if I can combine that with something that's more athletic, you get the ultimate horse.
Yeah.
And I think we've seen a few. You don't always get it right.
We also see horses that we say like, okay, this is not an amateur horse. This is way too careful, too sensitive, and then we arrive at Lavubu. I've seen Lavubu at the Derby, and I must say, I think in South Africa, there's one horse that can go all the way, Olympic quality, and that's Lavubu. You bred Lavubu.
Dirk, that's a very interesting journey. Started in Holstein when I saw Kagas for the first time.
That's the father of Lavubu.
That's the father of Lavubu. And then I bought a foal who was by Cassini. And that's the mother of Lavubu. And he was the first foal that was born out of Zinnia.
The mother of Lavubu.
The mother of Lavubu. He grew up. I had no idea that I would see what I saw at the Derby, you know. He's got all the scope in the world. He is so brave. He is so careful.
But those qualities we see in the offspring.
Yeah.
We have some unbelievable Lavubus in the catalog.
When it comes to breeding with Lavubu or with any stallion, it takes time before you see what type of mares suits him best. I thought Lavubu was a big horse. He could be too cold or too slow. And if you see the offspring, it's not the case, eh?
No.
It's absolutely not the case.
They're blood-typed horses. What I mean by a blood-typed horse, it's not a hot horse.
No.
No. It's an athletic horse, it's an intelligent horse,
Yeah.
and it can, you know, if it goes to the fence, it has a light canter, an engine that works, and that can make a plan, that can read the fence.
And to have Lavubu as a stallion gives you such an advantage, because there's one thing that you can get nowhere, and that is scope. If you don't have it, you can't create it. This is what you want as a breeder. You want a variety of options so that you can try and breed the ultimate horse. And that's what he's got.
Now, another thing that I noticed with Levubu, or the Levubus in the catalog, is that several of them are out of Shiraz mares. What's the philosophy behind that?
Shiraz was a sensitive horse. He was a very sensitive horse. And to have that in your dam line is quite an advantage. So if you combine the two, you get an excellent horse. They're rideable, but sensitive.
So in other words, you advise the people that buy a Levubu, take your time to produce it, don't go too fast, and at the end, you're gonna have a real top horse.
Absolutely. So important that you do it correctly, that you give them time, that you don't try and ride them as an 8-year-old, but you treat them like a youngster, like a child. You give them time to develop and to build confidence, because that is what it's all about. These horses are backed at Summerhill. They're ridden for a year just on outrides. And the idea is to have their noses out there, to let them go forward, to walk, trot and canter. They've got 3.5 kilometers of track to do it on every day. And that prepares them for the production that takes place the following year. So when they get to the auction, they've actually been under the saddle for much longer than a year.
Happy athletes.
Happy athletes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Talking about the auction, the presentation on
Yeah.
the 18th, and then the auction itself on the 19th.
On the day of the auction, we're going to show some stallions. We haven't made a final decision on which stallions we're going to show, but it's always interesting for the people that come to the auction to see a little bit of the future, of what we're doing, what we're planning, and to maybe explain where we're going. Because it's very important that you have a plan. And your plan has to be at least 10 years ahead. Otherwise, you don't keep up.
18th and 19th. Everybody's got to book a table as quickly as possible?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And we hope-
Only so many seats available, and when it's sold out, it's sold out.
Just a few weeks to go, and then we have the auction and an after party this time.
Perfect.